Welcome to another edition of me calling random games. I am Dr. Delay, as I had to refresh this. There we go. And today we got the final game of this series, the Pirates, as they take on the Brewers. And again, thank you very much for joining me today. Wow, we need to mute that. But yeah, the Pirates and the Brewers, winner takes the series. Paul Skenes will be on the mound for the Pirates. And the Brewers are sending a young man of their own. I could not tell you how to pronounce that. Jacob Misarowski. One can only assume that's how you pronounce it. As he is 2-0. He's only pitched, 2 games. This will be his third start, but looked really good in those games. 1.64 ERA. He's won both of those starts. And, his whip is a .55. So that's not too shabby. He's looking to do some damage today against Cubs Pirates. And you can see his, he's 6'7". He's a tall, lanky guy. So we'll see what he's made of as he's going to face Paul Skenes today and the Pirates. How's it going? The stream was freezing every time I joined yesterday. I was told it was fine. I didn't really hear any problems. So that's unfortunate, Draven. Hopefully there's no internet issues today. But of course, if it is again, I'll double check. But I wasn't told anything. So I'm sorry to hear that. Who takes the series today? Already got some votes in. It's like 2 of you guys think it'll be the Pirates, and 1 think it'll be the Brewers. So, again, we'll see what's happening. Frazier's actually going to be leading off today for the Pirates. Cruz gets sent down to the 5th spot. Of course, there's been some hustle issues there, and that may be why. Of course, he has been struggling at the plate as well. Adam Frazier, I'm going to go ahead and go to his stats real quick before we get to him on the plate. Batting .253, OPS of .650. 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. It's fine now. Okay, good deal. Good deal. By the way, Draven, is today the NBA draft? I know you were looking forward to that. Me personally, it's not really going to bother me one way or another if that happens or not today. I don't think I'll pay attention to it. But we are actually just a few moments away from first pitch. And as always, if you are new here, Cruz's last 7 games average is horrible. Well, we'll get to that in a moment, as Cruz bats 5th. But Wizarowski, he sets and fires. That's going to be 100 miles per hour, just missing for ball 1, though it probably could have went either way. So this is going to be interesting here. This young pitcher for the Brewers, they may have their own Paul Skenes, as here is the 1-0. That's outside, ball 2, 100 miles per hour. Jeez, oh. Yes, sir. Only reason I'm watching for is the Mavs. Well, then your night will be over pretty quickly. Unless do they have another pick? Do they have another pick? I'm not too sure. Here's the 2-0. Frazier pops it up, but that's going to go out of play. Yeah, no, I'm very interested to see how this pitcher's going to do tonight. Wizarowski. We'll see. 2-1. Or, no, Misarowski. Pardon me. Here's Misarowski. That's inside ball 3. Bro, hey, Lifewell, how's it going? Hopefully all is well, man. How about the Well, I didn't watch it, unfortunately. I heard about it, man. That's just devastating for that to happen, especially in Game 7. As here's the 3-1. That's going to be inside ball 4, so Frazier walks. But, yeah, man, just to have your guy go down like that, man. Like the star player of the team goes down, which at any point in the season is obviously horrible. But then in Game 7, it's like, man, like you never know. That is so unfortunate, man. But I'm just unfortunately just not into much of the NBA. Let's see here. Reynolds batting .233, OPS of .677, 8 home runs, 39 RBIs. Hopefully, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty tough to make it back. But here's the first pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1, but we'll see. A young potential superstar. Instantly knew, that is so unfortunate. 1-0 count here. Runner on first. Misarowski delivers. That's going to be upstairs for a ball. Ball 2. So Frazier actually moving on the pitch. He stole it with no throw. Must have been a really good jump. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. He jumped way early, like to where the pitcher was still standing there. 2-0 count. Mizorowski delivers. That's going to be fouled back. Well, Draven Live, while you guys know more about, of course, the NBA, I mean, really doesn't take much to know more than me. Do you guys think that the Pacers could be a threat for years to come? As here is the 2-1 to Brian Reynolds. Reynolds hits this to center field. Chorio makes the catch for out number 1. Frazier is going to tag up. So he's now just 90 feet away. As that's going to bring up Spencer Horwitz. Spencer Horwitz is batting .254, OPS of .671. 1 home run and 9 RBIs. But yeah, I wonder if the Pacers will be able to, come back. I mean, maybe not next year, but, just in the future, if they're going to be able to consistently push. As here's the pitch, that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, 100 miles per hour from this young pitcher for the Brewers. 0-1 count. Yeah, I actually did see or at least they slowed it down, or some, saw it on YouTube. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be inside for a ball. I mean, the umpire's kind of squeezing him a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm a Pirates fan here. I don't know if you guys can see with the Steelers logo. Maybe you can put 2 and 2 together. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I think with the bigs they have, yes, but without Hallie, I don't know how bad they will be. They will struggle. They got the experience. They just need to get back to the playoffs. I gotcha. Okay, so you think that since they've reached this far, next year they should also be more seasoned and able to win in these series. I gotcha. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. I kind of keep that same, type of mentality with football, so that makes sense. It would apply to basketball as well. 1-2 here to Horwitz. Runner on third. 1 out in the top of the first. 0-0 is your score. Mizorowski delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 101 miles per hour. Looks pretty good as Horwitz looks back and he just can't believe it. And that's going to bring up Nick Gonzalez, and he has been very good as of late. Batting .316, OPS of .864, 3 home runs, and 10 RBIs. As here's the pitch, that's going to be outside for ball 1. 102 miles per hour. Mizorowski definitely can sling it over the plate, or maybe, around the plate. He's been kind of a little wild here. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball, as that one is hit straight back. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Runner on third. Mizorowski sets and delivers. That's going to be fouled back. 1-2. Yeah, and he's only made 2 starts up till this point, but you got to feel like you got to get the runs when you can. I mean, he's a flamethrower. I mean, that was a 96 mile per hour slider. I don't know how many people can do that, but apparently he can. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled down the right field line as he was just protecting there. So the count will remain at 1-2. One and two. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball down low for ball 2. Got another vote that came in. I don't know when it did, but 75% of you guys think the Pirates win today. Very interesting. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit foul. Of course, the Pirates, I think, they have a 10-1 record on Wednesdays. Best team in the majors when it comes to playing on Wednesday. More Wednesday games, please. That goes to show you how bad they are everywhere else. As here is the 2-2 to Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and he shows some emotion there with the, that little, I don't know, whatever it was there. But we head to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0. Skenes, of course, pitching today. I probably should have included that. Yeah, I did include that in the description. Maybe not the hashtag. That's a bummer. Again, if you are not subscribed, definitely subscribe. I do appreciate it. It helps out the channel. This is my 60th game of the season. 60 games. And I see someone did subscribe. So, again, thank you very much. That is so awesome. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate you guys, of course. It is a lot of Pirates. But I do bounce around, as you can see. It's not just Pirates. Pirates, though, this is my 27th game. So if you are a Pirates fan, I mean, I should just recommend that you subscribe, because I'll be doing more of them than any other team. But how it works, of course, for the Brewers fans that are, if there's anyone there that's from Milwaukee or in that area, whatever, the more vocal you guys are, the more I interact with you, the more likely your team will be featured on this channel. That's how it works. A lot of NL West fans on this channel. So after the Pirates, I have the Diamondbacks. They have 8 games. The Giants have 8 games. The Padres have 9 games. Dodgers with 7. And I'm thinking about, I may double dip today and do another game if I have the energy. I actually had to wake up really early, drive 3 hours to Houston, then 3 hours back. I'm literally just getting back like 30 minutes ago, so I'm exhausted, but I know, I'm a hero, I guess. All right, here for the Pirates, of course, pitching today is Paul Skenes. Of course, everyone knows Paul Skenes. 4-6 record, so obviously he's struggling this year. Just kidding. ERA of a 1.85. This guy, help him out, please. Whip of a .88. I mean, that is just amazing. Unfortunately, his win-loss is not that fantastic. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1. This is Frelick, Sal Frelick. He's batting .295, OPS of .743, 4 home runs, and 31 RBIs. There you go, highlighted right there for you. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be upstairs ball 2. Football season is around the corner. Yes, I did kind of forget to promote that there, but I'll get to it soon. But, yeah, I'm ready for football. If you're a football fan, this will be a good channel for you. I am ready to go. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You might be able to tell today with my, usually I wear my Pirates jersey, but today I'm all about football. Football is on the mind. I am ready to go. 2-1 count here to Frelick. Skenes delivers the 2-1. That's going to be poked foul. 2-2 count. Skenes readies the 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. Live well, and again, I do apologize. I do remember you were there for the Mariners game, if I recall, and I could be wrong. What were your teams again? I do apologize. It's been a while. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be outside ball 4. So Frelick walks. That's going to bring up Churio. To be technical here, I say, if you're here a lot, you'll notice Draven. Draven's an OG. Nick is an OG. Sean, Luis. Livewell actually was here at the not the very beginning, but he was one of the first people to subscribe to this channel. So I do appreciate Livewell very much. As Churio is going to step in. That's actually a ground ball up the middle. Oh, what a play. Gonzalez tosses to IKF, gets the runner at second. I was going to go over Chorio's stats. He was batting .257. That's going to dip a little bit. 12 home runs, 46 RBIs. And now it's going to bring up Christian Yelich. He's batting .264, OPS of .802, 15 home runs, 56 RBIs. If I remember correctly, it was the Mariners. It could be Boston, Celtics, Mariners. Okay, I got you. So it was the Mariners. Correct. Okay. So no football, though. I got you. But I am ready for football. I think I might be able to do, as here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike one. Of course, again, you're free to come and go. I had a lot of success, and I didn't think I would, with the FS1 game, the Fox Sports 1 game on Saturday. And I might be doing that again, as here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike two this Saturday. And the Mariners, I believe, have that game with the Rangers. So I might double dip again on Saturday, go back to the Fox Sports 1 game, because, that's not exactly a channel everyone has. As here's the 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Skenes looking pretty good to begin this one. Of course, he did have the leadoff walk. And that's going to bring up Rhys Hoskins, batting .245, OPS of .773, 12 home runs and 40 RBIs. How many games have I done for Seattle? And I'm sorry for this dang chair. 2 games. They're 1-1. They're 1-1 when I call a game for them, as that's going to be fouled back. Milwaukee, by the way, I know Milwaukee's here, done 3 games. They are actually 1-2 when I call a game for them. And the Pirates are 11-15 when I call a game for them. So, not really great across the board. Apparently, I'm just bad luck. As the 0-1, we're going to have a pitch over, or pickoff attempt. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth, but he's back safe and sound. Of course, I promise all these teams do add up to 500. So, all these bad teams, that are whenever I call a game, there are teams that win. As here's the 0-1, that's going to be in there for a called strike. They've been in a funk. Really? Well, I know the Astros, I don't think I reset this from last night here. I know the Astros are still winning out there in the AL West. I think that's going to reset. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing. Did not go. Mariners, well, they're not doing too bad. 41-37. They're 7-3 in their last 10. But I do know that fans can be, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'll be very critical of my team. Oh, yeah, always. Even if they're, there's not much to cheer about. But, yeah, I understand they're non-losing seasons. That's going to be called strike 3 on Hoskins. He struck him out. So nothing doing there for the Brewers. As we head to the top of the second, it is 0-0. And again, if you do like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. In fact, I'll go ahead and copy and paste what I just did earlier. But again, I do appreciate you guys. Again, been doing baseball since opening day. And I really do appreciate, you guys for checking me out today. 60 games in. Of course, that's not every day, but I really do try to get every day as possible. Let's see here. Last 14 days, that's going to, I think, go, 9, 13, 17 streams in the last 2 weeks. That's not too shabby, I would say. So, not too bad. And of course, you see the football games there. I am ready for football. Pardon me. And hopefully, if you're a football fan as well, you will hit that subscribe button. Another reason to subscribe, I'll be doing college and NFL. You can even see I have the Hall of Fame game ready to go. And I actually kind of need to look at the preseason games as well. I want to do a little bit of preseason. Of course, I have NFL Network, so I'll be able to look at that. Of course, the Steelers don't play on NFL Network. Would be my luck. I don't live up there in Pittsburgh. They don't play on NFL Network in Tampa Bay. Okay, I get one game. Oh, yay. But yeah, no, if you're a fan of football as well, this will be a good channel for you. How it's going to work, I'm going to call every Steelers game. You can probably notice the Steelers logo here. But you guys will vote for that secondary game. So I'll be doing 2 games every Sunday. Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, and Los Angeles. you guys will be making the call on that one. So right after the Steelers game, I'm heading to whoever wins the vote for that game. Again, that's decided by you. Same thing with college. I'll be doing that as well. At least 2 games for college. We're working our way back here to Milwaukee as O'Neal Cruz, and there are his stats in the last 7 games. Not very good. As here's the first pitch, and that's a big swing and a miss, strike one, batting .097 in his last 7 games. Just not very good for the career. For the season, batting .208, OPS of .725, 13 home runs, and 31 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit to left, and over it is Collins. Collins makes the catch for out number 1. One away here for the Pirates, and that's going to bring up Tommy Pham, and we got to see the other day, well, on Monday, hit his first home run for the Pirates this year, batting .216, OPS of .565, 1 home run, and 14 RBIs. Mizrowski delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 count. Mizrowski fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. He held up his swing, but I think it landed in the strike zone anyway. So 0-2. Bing, how's it going? Good afternoon. 0-2. Mizrowski sets and fires. And, he called it. Strike 3 called. It was kind of in the same location. He did hesitate on the call, and that may be why Tommy didn't like it. It was a borderline, and he hesitated. But that is called strike 3, so 2 outs here for the Pirates. That's going to bring up Jared Triolo. Triolo is batting .175, OPS of .575, 3 home runs and 9 RBIs on the season. Mizrowski delivers. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Again, that was a borderline pitch. This time it goes for the Pirates' favor. Very inconsistent. That may be another reason why Pham was not very happy with the last call there. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be fouled back 1-1. Whoa, Garb. This is Pittsburgh. Beautiful attire. I typically do. I got to represent my, and I'll tell you why, and there is a reason why. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside ball 2. So whenever I wear, and I'm not even kidding, whenever I wear like regular T-shirts, just normal T-shirts, for some reason, those are my worst live streams. If I just wear if I wear my jerseys, I typically do a little bit better. I don't know. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be checked swing, but he made contact. That's going to be a foul ball. So, yeah, I have to wear this. Either it's this or, my Pirates jersey that's hanging up over there. And I typically get a little bit better. I don't know. I think you guys just like seeing a sports fan call the game. I don't know if you guys watch or listen. I know I've had many people say, yeah, I just kind of put you on in the background while I'm working and you're calling the game. So that's pretty cool. But, if you're watching the screen, I guess people like to see a jersey, as that's going to be fouled back there. So 2-2 count. Yeah, no. I do have to wear it. But, yeah, no, I wouldn't say garb. I would say they're pretty solid organization. Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe not the Pirates. As here's the 2-2. Triolo hits this to center. Chourio on the run makes the catch for out number 3. So nothing doing there for the Pirates. And here comes Paul Skenes as we head to the bottom of the second. Your score, 0-0. You didn't mean to. No, you're good, man. You're good. No. I will, I'm not easily offended. I guess if it's personal, then yeah, maybe, I guess. But no, if you're attacking the Steelers, I can attack. I attack the Steelers myself. I think I attack them more than anyone else. And again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. I do thank you very much for choosing me today. This scoreboard update is going to be brought to you by Livewell Entertainment. Livewell Entertainment is today's scoreboard sponsor, at least for this inning. As you can see, there's really not much going on in the major leagues. Arizona and Chicago, they're tied at 2 apiece at the end of one. Of course, my goal is to do another game tonight. I don't know what game it is yet. Of course, again, I had to drive just literally today, 6 hours already. I'm exhausted, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you like what you see, folks, for more baseball content, been doing baseball content since opening day. I'll keep scrolling. This is my 60th game of the year. Hopefully that sounds good enough for you guys. 17 live streams, though, in the last 2 weeks. As, again, I've been ramping it up more lately as I no longer really have to work evenings anymore, so I'm able to get in baseball games for the most part almost every day. And I have been, as I said again, 17 live streams in the last 14 days. And, of course, football's coming up. If you're a football fan, and I know you see the Steelers gear, don't get scared of that. I am doing Steelers games, but I'm also doing another game that'll be voted on by you guys. So, feel free to be subscribed, and I'll have a game for you. Of course, I know you're Green Bay fans. You're probably going to go to Tom Grossi, and I, for one, don't blame you. He's the king. I get it. But, let's just say Grossi's out for the day or something. I got you covered. I feel like I can be a pretty decent backup option. As we're returning to Milwaukee, that first pitch is going to be outside. Ball 1. This is Collins. Collins at the plate, batting .262, OPS of 769, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And yes, of course, thank you again, Livewell, for being today, or that inning scoreboard sponsor. We'll see, maybe your sponsor again. Who knows? 1-1 count here. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 2. How'd he just got here? How many Ks? I think 2. Two strikeouts so far. Yeah, 2 strikeouts. Of course, we're in the second inning. He's just now starting, so he had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be fouled back. And I did fail to mention that you guys will be voting for those football games as well. So, yeah, no, I do Steelers games every week, but that other game will be decided by the subscribers of this channel. So, that sounds good to you. Definitely like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I really do. 2-2. Skenes delivers. Almost hit him. Ball 3. That one was in at the foot. Just need 6 more. Okay. I figured you're probably placed a bet there, over under 8 strikeouts. 3-2. Skenes delivers the 3-2. That's going to be fouled back. Well, hello there, RFK. Final day before the church camp. Hopefully you enjoy it. Well, both today and the church camp. It should be a pretty fun experience. Thank you, of course, for stopping by. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. As Skenes is pretty upset. He lost him there. Over-under was 7.5. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I said 8. Yeah, it's 7.5. My bad. I just instinctively added 6 and 2. But yeah, no. 7.5 makes sense. Terang's going to be at the plate. Runner on first here for the Brewers due to the walk. As Skenes delivers. That's outside. Ball 1. Batting .277, OPS of 720, 5 home runs, 31 RBIs. You leave at 3:15 tomorrow, like AM or PM? I mean, either one. Well, PM would be a lot better. That's going to be a pickoff attempt, but he's back safe and sound. And if you are a Pirates fan, if you watched Skenes pitch in the last, 2 months, I don't remember him missing as wildly as he has. Now, he's so good where it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But, some of these pitches aren't even coming close, as that's going to be inside. He did check his swing, and he went. Strike 1, and I don't think he liked the call there. I get to see the replay. He didn't go. Yeah, I see why he didn't like it. You're lucky I just got banned and don't feel like making a new account. I was going to stream this game and steal your views. Thank you, RFK. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be inside ball 2. RFK, again, he's such a great supporter of this channel, threatening me and threatening my very existence. 2-1. 315. I got you. Brandon, how's it going? Yeah, no, I'm hanging in there. I'm exhausted, but I will be okay. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be hit foul again. You guys are probably sick of it, but I will have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, drive 3 hours to Houston and back. And I just got in, I guess, about an hour ago at this point. So I'm pretty tired. But I'll live, I guess. I've been through worse. 2-2. Skenes sets. And a pickoff attempt, but he is back safe and sound. Trade Skenes, don't ruin his prime. Well, to be honest, I mean, I'm not exactly against it. I mean, if we get, like, you know, a star pitcher return in prospects, yeah. But it has to be a really good deal. Here's the 2-2. Inside, ball 3. So he's worked it full. Can we watch you sleep? No, he cannot. No. 3-2. Skenes sets. And fires. That's going to be fouled back. I think that was fouled off the umpire's mask or the catcher's mask. Thank you for calling the game fatigued. Well, I mean, you're welcome. I just hope I'm able to do a good job. Last night's game, and I will confess, if you were here last night, I am sorry. Not my best performance last night, calling that Boston-Los Angeles game. Of course, the game itself didn't help. It was pretty exciting, even though it was like 1-1. He had some big hits, but then it got really boring. As here's the 3-2. Ground ball. Oh, that's going to get past IKF. As that is in center field. Cruz is throwing it back in. So just like that, runners at first and second with still nobody out in the bottom of the second. Let's see. It's a trade like Luca. This guy. I saw my team this past. I guess I'm a little confused here, Brandon. As that's going to bring up Durbin. Durbin is batting .236 OPS of 671, 4 home runs, and 29 RBIs on the season. And Davis and Skenes having a little bit of a chat, and you'll probably know this if you've listened to me before, or you're a Pirates fan especially, that Skenes definitely prefers Davis back there. So, I mean, I'm going to assume that Skenes and, Skenes definitely trusts Davis and has a lot of respect for him and his knowledge of the game, because he doesn't really throw to Bart at all anymore. Now, Skenes sets and delivers, bunt attempt, and he just flat out missed. Strike one, 97 right down the middle. Breaking Pirates trade Skenes for Mike Trout. Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. Don't think that would ever happen. 0-1. And a pickoff. Well, he faked the pickoff, but he did step off. You saw the Astros. The Astros. When did the Astros come on? Are they playing tonight? Maybe like down here. You tell the ticker. And it's going to be hit to center. Cruz is going to toss it back in. They're going to hold the runner at third. So just like that, bases loaded. Yeah, it may have been like the ticker here again. That's just telling you all the games that are happening today. That's MLS right now. So bases loaded here for the Brewers with still nobody out. Skenes in a little bit of trouble. And that's going to bring up Joey Ortiz. Batting .217, OPS of 572, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. Mavs fans didn't think they'd trade Luke. Okay, this guy. Well, I guess you have a point there. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Ortiz didn't like the call, but it looked like it was right at the knees. Oh and 1. Skenes sets. And fires. Swing and a miss. Strike two. That ball was well inside. Ortiz just trying to be the hero, trying to be the guy that breaks open this game, but maybe costing him a little bit there. Again, 0-2 count. Skenes looking over at all the bases. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. Again, if you're just joining us, bases loaded for the Brewers here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out, so a great opportunity for the Brewers to jump ahead of the Pirates here. Skenes sets and fires. That's going to be chopped foul, and he just got a piece of that one. I mean, a strikeout would be huge for Skenes. As you know, he's very capable of getting them to ground into double plays, but he literally just like lunging forward, making a little bit of contact there. Skenes sets and fires. Chopper to the pitcher. Skenes is going to just have to toss to first, as that's going to score a run. So look at that. The Brewers are on the board 1-0. Just a little tapper to the right side of the infield. It was hit so softly that Skenes had no choice but just to toss it to first. And that's going to be the final batter of, well, I'd say the final batter of the lineup here before we flip over. Batting ninth, that's what I should have said. Eric Haas, batting .234, OPS of .684, 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. As the umpire and the Davis are having a little bit of a chat. Go Pirates, my Cards want the wild card spot. Well, I mean, we're trying. I just don't know if it'll happen. He needs a double play immediately. Swing and a miss, strike one. Yeah, I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm assuming you're talking about the ticker here, right beneath my part of the screen, I guess. 0-1, here's the pitch. Checked his swing, and he's saying he didn't go, though Greg Brown was just like he couldn't believe it. Let's check this out. Oh, yeah, no, he definitely went. So look at that. Missed calls there, but kind of a makeup call. 1-1 count. Runner on second, runner on third, 1 out. Infield is playing in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Libby Skenes in the stands. I don't know. They haven't really shown her. I don't really think it matters, to be honest with you, RFK. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be poked into center. Cruz on the run. Makes a sliding attempt, and he can't make the catch. 1 run's going to score. He's throwing it home. It's cut off by Horwitz as the Brewers are up 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Weak little contact there. Gets the Brewers up, and of course the third base runner was kind of just waiting to see what would happen. Taylor Kelsey, this guy. Skenes sets and fires. That's going to be low for ball one. The Brewers doing some damage here. Haas was actually able to get to second on that. I don't know what in the world happened. I guess on that little missed dive attempt by Cruz. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball two. Getting some more votes in. Of course, thank you for stopping by. Looks like the Brewers fans or just the Pirates realists decided to vote for the Brewers now. So they've taken the 60% to 40% lead. 15 votes are in again. Thank you very much for that. 2-0 count. That's going to be chopped to third. Throws. Oh, he throws it away. I said third. That was my bad. Second. I apologize. Way off. That was Gonzalez, who fielded the ground ball and threw it way over the catcher Davis's head. And the Brewers are now up 3-0. Did I hear what happened in the stands last night? I did not hear anything about anything in the stands there. No, I did not, Brandon. Gonzalez, again, a chopper to second. Gonzalez overthrowing Davis at the plate. Trying to be the hero here. We're going to have a little bit of a mound visit. Just an unfortunate circumstance for Skenes and Horwitz kind of staring at each other there. That was kind of interesting. I don't know what's going on. And it looks like we're going to have Mike Burrows warming up in the bullpen for the Pirates, and which is interesting. You know, these hits here for the Brewers, not to sound like a homer or anything for the Pirates, but they're not exactly hard contact. As here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. But again, he's been missing wildly. And I guess that's a little bit of an example there. Chorio's at the plate. He's 0 for 1, batting .256, OPS of .730. 1-0 count. Skenes sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Brewers up 3-0. Skenes looking over at first. And we got a pickoff attempt, but he is back safe and sound. Oh, hey, thank you, Charles. Yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah, no, smash that like button. Definitely like and subscribe. Every like and subscription helps me out a lot. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to shallow center. Again, this is just not that great contact. Cruz makes the catch. He's going to throw home. It's a pretty good throw as Haas is going to retreat back to third. Cruz again. And I hear Greg Brown kind of complaining, and I understand Pirates fans don't like it when Greg Brown does this. But he's correct. Cruz is taking a while to throw it back in. And that I understand he's got the arm. But he should be good enough to throw it almost immediately. The fan, I think, the man or woman. No, I didn't even hear about it. We got a pickoff attempt, and that's going to be, he's going to be back in there. Again, 3-0 is the score. Brewers up in the bottom of the second, 2 outs. And again, I understand I sound like I'm defending here Skenes as here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. But really, it hasn't been like great contact that has gotten him. It's been the weak contact and unfortunate decisions by the Pirates infielders that have led the Brewers to be up 3-0. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside for ball one. Again, Yelich at the plate, .263, OPS of .799 on the year. What game was it, Brandon? You'd have to let me know. I can probably look it up a little bit later. 1-1 count. Skenes delivers. That's going to be in there. Ooh, maybe a little high there, but it is called a strike. 1-2. Skenes already at 48 pitches. Would be shocked if he's going to go deep in this one. As he sets and fires. That's going to be hit to left. That's some good contact, and that's going to get in another run for the Brewers. As it's now 4-0. Man, this game is already looking like the Brewers are going to win the series. You can kind of just feel it. Of course, the Brewers' young pitcher, he's been looking good so far. But we're not worried about him right now, as it's going to be Rhys Hoskins at the plate. He's 0 for 1, batting .244, OPS of .770. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball one. Skenes versus RFK. Who wins? Definitely Skenes. I would say so. RFK, sorry. Sorry, buddy. 1-0 count. Skenes looking back at second. Fires. That's going to be hit to Gonzalez, who makes the catch. A little pop-up there to second. But the Brewers score 4 runs here in the bottom of the second. As we head to the top of the third, Brewers up 4-0. All right, we got another scoreboard update. This one brought to you by Livewell Entertainment. Livewell Entertainment, today's, or at least this third inning scoreboard sponsor. The Diamondbacks up 2. Actually, no, they're up and tied with the White Sox. I mean, again, I'm just kind of confused that the White Sox are still tied there. 2-2, White Sox and Diamondbacks in the top of the third. Of course, if you like what you see, if you're willing to put up with some mistakes as you just saw there, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Really helps me out a lot. Been doing this since opening day. This is my 60th baseball game of the year. Yeah, it is a lot of Pirates. You'll see it all on there. And, well, I am a Pirates fan. But, again, I do bounce around. So if you are a Brewers fan, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do to work you guys in. Again, how that works, you got to consistently interact with me. You can't just be like, oh, call Brewers game. Like, okay, yes, sir, no problem. No, you got to consistently interact. That's how it works. Again, a lot of NL West support here. And, of course, football is just right around the corner. So if you are a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. And you guys get to make calls on the games on Saturdays and Sundays. I will, of course, be doing my Steelers. But you guys will be able to make decisions on the other game that Sunday. Good afternoon, Chuck. I didn't realize my name was Chuck. Or are you talking to Charles? Charles, yeah, okay, I got you. Brewers are doing the right and jumping on Skenes early. The Keith, you were, yeah, they are jumping on him. Of course, again, it hadn't really been, it's been a lot of weak contact, but until that last hit there by Yelich. But, yeah. Rising Rhino, hey, how's it going? Thank you, of course, for stopping by. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely check out Rising Rhino's channel. As here is Henry Davis. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Davis is batting 183, OPS of 581, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. 0-1 count. I am Chuck Delay, RFK. Apparently. No, I'm sure. I should have just put 2 and 2 together a little bit faster there. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul tip into the catcher's glove, strike 2. Let's get talking to the 500. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. It'd be pretty cool. 0-2 count. Mizorowski sets and fires. That's outside. Ball 1. The catcher shaking his head like, yeah, no, that was a good pitch. And it was. It was a really good pitch. Astros and Phillies playing tonight at 7. Again, unfortunately, unless that game is on local TV, here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Again, I can't do Texas games unless they're on like a channel that I can watch it from. I can't watch it through MLB TV, which is how I watch the Pirates games and all the other games, of course. As Isaiah Kiner-Falefa batting 276, OPS of 673, 1 home run, 18 RBIs. I mean, if they're playing on Fox or something like that, then I can probably call it. I just don't know. As here's the pitch, that's going to be in there for a called strike to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. You smashed the like button. Oh my goodness, RFK, you got to chill out on the smashing there. Just got to tap it, really. Tap it. 0-1 count. Here's the umpire actually having a little bit of a word with the catcher. 0-1 count. Mizorowski sets. And fires. That's going to be hit foul. You're on early. Well, yeah, no, I did go to Houston. That was, again, 6 hours of driving to and from. Was able to get back in time for this game. And if all goes well, I'll be able to call a game tonight. Unsure what that game will be. As here's the 0-2. That's going to be chopped to second. Throws to first for out number 2. So we return to the top of the order. Or Frazier was the only Pirate to get on, and that was via a walk. He's batting 253, OPS of 653. Yeah, I'm unsure what game it'll be. I'm leaning Dodgers-Rockies. So I've yet to cover the Rockies at all this year. And there's a reason why. Of course, they're not good, but I don't know. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. I'm not too sure. Scotty Miller, this is actually a custom jersey. Had this one. I've had this since 2018, 2019. As here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. And my thoughts, and I do have a Ben Roethlisberger jersey and then another jersey that I won't really talk about. But, yeah, no, I figured, I'm going to be a fan longer than those players will play, so I had to get one of me. Now, I will get other Steelers players, but I'm not going to invest in another jersey. As here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we head to the bottom of the third where the Brewers are up 4-0, and here comes Paul Skenes yet again. I got a couple subs. Yeah, no, I got one. Thank you again. If you guys subbed, that's awesome. I really do. I really am appreciative of you guys. I really am. Every like and subscriber, it really helps, and I really do thank you guys. But no, I don't want to invest in any more Steelers gear until we win a playoff game. So, yeah, I'm kind of holding the Steelers hostage. You want my money? Then win. Win in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. Rodgers. Yeah, Rodgers. Okay, so I'll confess here, it's a Kenny Pickett jersey, but yeah, no, we're gonna just make it a Rodgers jersey. And of course, if Rodgers is able to get that playoff win, that'll be fantastic. But no, I don't have Burris. No, again, I have Ben, this custom one, which is me. 13 is my favorite number, and a Kenny Pickett, which will be Aaron Rodgers. I know, I bought Kenny Pickett. I know, I bought into the hype. I shouldn't have done that, but hey. At least Rodgers is wearing the same number, so I guess it all works out. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. As you see, again, been doing baseball games since opening day. 60 games later, here I am at the halfway point of the season, where most teams have already played 81 games, or the Brewers are about to play their 81st. So on track for 120 games. But, of course, I am averaging just over a stream a day, as 17 streams in the last 2 weeks. Hopefully that sounds good to you guys. And as you did see again, I am a Pirates fan, and you can make fun of me. It's whatever. We're not that good. And that's kind of why I do watch another baseball game. So, again, if you are a fan of the Brewers, just, again, be active, be continuously active in the streams, and I will get you guys in. I will. The more fans, the more active you guys are, the more likely your team is going to be featured. RFK, of course, is a Cardinals fan, so I'm going to have to get the Cardinals in here pretty soon. As here is the pitch to Collins. That's going to be outside ball 1 as we're back here, bottom of the third, where the Brewers are up 4-0. Wisconsin been a big Steelers day. Oh, really? Okay, hey. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1, so you have to deal with a lot of Packers fans, which, I mean, I actually have a lot of respect for the Packers fans, honestly. I see the Packers as like the Steelers of the NFC. I don't buy jerseys, players. Yeah, Pickett. I know. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there, a called strike. I thought Pickett was the guy. I jumped the gun. What do you think of Will Howard? I'm fine with him. You know, he's a 6th-round pick, so the expectations aren't going to be pretty high. Yeah, I have no problem with him. I mean, we'll see. If he's able to learn from Rodgers, that'd be good. As here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. As Skenes is going to have to do a lot of work here to keep this at the 4-0 deficit. That's going to bring up Terang. He's 1 for 1, batting .279, OPS is 724. But yeah, like with Will, I'd like to see how he does in preseason, of course. Personally, if he can somehow beat out Mason Rudolph for the 2 job, I'd be really happy, and I would have a lot more confidence going forward, as that pitch is going to be in there for a call strike. I don't think that happens. But, again, I have no expectation for him this year. And, again, he is a 6th-round pick, so it's not going to be a loss if he doesn't pan out. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You have a Jacoby Brissett jersey and a Richardson. Oh, man. Yeah, that is tough. But, I understand. You Steelers fans were right. Pickett is okay. He is a Super Bowl champion. You're right. Here's the 0-2. That's upstairs, ball 1. You need to cover a lot of Pirates games, also cover others, but I think Pitt market. Possibly. It's the only thing is with the Steelers, which I'm going to be doing Steelers anyway. Of course, again, other games that I will be doing on Sundays. As here is the 1-2. That's going to be low, ball 2. Texans, I don't think played Pittsburgh last year. No, we did not. I'll get to your question real quickly, RFK. But yeah, no, the Steelers have a lot of streamers covering them already, so it's going to be pretty tough. As here's the 2-2. Tapper. Oh, it's going to get past Skenes, but Gonzalez is there. Throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 2. Gonzalez able to pick up Skenes there. It's a nice play. Trying to make up for that, again, that disastrous throw earlier. 2 outs now. In the bottom of the third, that's going to bring up Durbin. He's 1 for 1, batting .240, OPS of 677. Unfortunately, like as far as that, and he's saying Watson Pickett, I think it'll probably be Pickett. Unfortunately, it's gone, as that's going to be a swing and a miss on the bunt attempt, strike 1. Now for Pickett, that might not be the worst thing in the world, to be honest with you, because I mean the Browns are a cesspool of darkness. I mean they are seriously just a disaster. They had us going, as here's the 0-1. That's going to be fouled back. They had us going with that little playoff win over us, which they treat as the Super Bowl. And I thought they were turning a corner, but it turns out they're actually the same old Browns, which makes me very happy. Very happy. Here's the scoreboard. Not quite falling there, Brandon. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So a very quick inning here for Skenes as we head to the top of the fourth. Your score, 4-0 Brewers. Scoreboard update. This inning is going to be brought to you by RFK. RFK is going to be your 4th inning scoreboard update. And as you can see, nothing has changed. 2-2 in the other game, Arizona and Chicago. So thank you, RFK, for that. Thank you for being the 4th inning scoreboard sponsor. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Been doing this since opening day. And, again, I do thank you very much. Again, this is my 60th game of the year. And I'm at 253. Again, thank you very much for that. That's really awesome. You guys have been fantastic. And I am a big football fan, but, of course, I am doing baseball. And don't want to scare if there are any just baseball-only people here. I will still be doing this through the regular season. And in the postseason, I'll be doing a little bit of postseason baseball. So if you're a fan of a team that makes playoffs, again, kind of set that up now. Again, the NL West is pretty much already guaranteed. I'll be doing Dodgers games, Padres games, Giants games, and then, of course, potentially the Diamondbacks if they were able to make it, or, any of those teams that make it. I'm going to pretty much do a few of those. So if you're a Brewers fan, you guys are still in it, of course. You guys are looking good. 44-36. You're tied, actually, with the Cardinals. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, of course, Saturdays and Sundays, it will be strictly just football. But during the week, I can make sure I get you guys in. You just got to let me know. Just be consistently active. And that's how that works. And, of course, again, football is my main thing. Hopefully I see you guys there. I'm not pitching to be that main guy you tune in every Saturdays and Sundays, but I think I can be a decent backup option. So again, hopefully that sounds appealing to you. Brian Reynolds is going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 1, batting .232, OPS of 675, as that's going to be low for ball 1. Watson dropped. The thing is, they should cut him, Rhino, but I feel like they're going to be no, I don't want to pay him to do nothing. You might as well be here, I guess. I feel like that's what that's their mindset right now. Because they should have already cut him. 1-0 count here to Reynolds. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high for strike 1. No. You're going for the Pittsburgh Pirates? Okay, well, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for the Pirates to come back. 1-1 count to Reynolds. That's going to be outside ball 2. I guess I view Pickett a little bit more, well, actually a lot more than the average fan hates Pickett for some reason. 2-1, that's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Reynolds is going to get on. with nobody out here in the top of the fourth, and that's going to bring up Spencer Horwitz. Like, again, I this is my defense of Kenny, and I'm not trying to make this Pirates-Brewers game about Kenny Pickett. Like, that's the last guy I really want to talk about, to be honest with you. But he really, I mean, one, he played for Tomlin, and if you're a Steelers fan and, you know, you love Tomlin, well, then there's really nothing I can say about you. You're gonna not like this. But Tomlin cannot develop any offensive quarterback. What is he? He hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. He was inherited, and then every other quarterback has been pretty much junk, as that's going to be upstairs ball one. So there's that. Then he had Matt Canada as the offensive coordinator. So again, Tomlin couldn't do it, and he hires Canada. Canada was horrible. Canada was such a disaster. 1-0 count here to Horwitz. Smizerowski sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And again, Tomlin preaches they do pretty much this. We're going to win with our defense, so the offense just don't make a mistake. So you can't open up the offense because of how you want to win by defense, and it's just you can't play like that anymore. That's how he's trying to play. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back, and of course they make fun of Kenny's hands, you know, with the gloves and all that stuff. Like, he's become a meme, so everyone hates on him. So I just I don't know. I kind of feel bad for him, and I don't know. I'll pull for him. Like, if everyone hates on a guy, I mean, if it's for valid reasons, then I guess why not? But I don't know. I feel like I think it's just a little bit too much, as that's going to be. Looks like Horwitz is going to ask for time because I don't know what happened. Misarowski threw it away. Kind of silly. Went through the emotion and just tossed it like way away. That was pretty good. What in the world? 1-2 count here. Runner on first for the Pirates. Nobody out. Pirates trying to dig in a little bit to this 4-0 lead the Brewers have. Misarowski sets and fires. Outside ball 2. Watson is the current O.J. Simpson man of the year. Oh, I believe it. Tom looks like he doesn't care at all during games. I mean, I don't know. There's some games, yeah. I mean, it's fair. It's a fair point. I don't know if it's true or not. That's going to be upstairs ball 3. He has been doing this for a long time. He's been in the same city for a long time. So there's that as well. I don't know. I would like change personally, but, you know, it is what it is. 3-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 4. So back-to-back base runners here for the Pirates with nobody out in the top of the 4th. That's going to bring up Nick Gonzalez, and he's been hitting the ball pretty well, batting .313, OPS of .854. Tomlin's secret defensive teams are always good but never win. No, I mean, that is true. That is very true. They're good enough to get you some wins. You know, and it's kind of been like that for a while. I mean, it's just a little mound visit here. So, again, you're just kind of listening to a Dr. DeLay Steelers therapy session here. So, bear with me here. I am going to call the game, of course. But at least, hey, we're filling in the dead air sometimes. Sometimes games can be boring. This one, not boring at all. So I guess I wish this conversation would have been there last night. As again, Gonzalez is going to come to the plate here, batting .313. Runners on first and second with still nobody out in the top of the 4th. Astros going to be doing the playoffs. Yeah, no, they probably will go to the playoffs in the AL. They're looking like it. As Misarowski fires way outside ball 1. Tomlin's just stuck in the zone controls. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's just Tomlin's just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball to short. There's 1 and 2. A double play. The Brewers do some big damage there to the Pirates as Reynolds shakes his head. Oh, Reynolds not looking pretty happy over there. As that's going to bring up O'Neal Cruz. He's 0 for 1, batting .207, OPS of .722. Top of the 4 still tied. Are they really? Diamondbacks, White Sox. YouTube name is pretty much my gamer tag. which actually the original gamer tag would have been way cooler for sports, as here's the pitch to Cruz. That's going to be fouled back. So my original gamer tag was delay of game, which is a play on my actual name. You know, whether you know it or not, okay, whatever. If you know it, don't say it, by the way. Looking at you, RFK. But yeah, no, delay of game. But then my gaming buddies wanted to be in a little gaming thing, as that's going to be outside ball one. So we just called ourselves Doctor and then whatever. So rather than Doctor Delay of Game, I just shortened it to Doctor Delay. So that's pretty much where that came from. 1-1 count. Mizorowski delivers. That's going to be in there. A called strike. 102 miles per hour on the inside corner. That is hard to hit. Maybe over time I slowly add delay of game or, in there. I'm not too sure. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Mizorowski's very happy with himself as we head to the bottom of the fourth. The Brewers up 4-0. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely, pardon me here, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. Like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Delaney. I am not Delaney. No, Delay. Dr. Delay. My actual name, no. So my last name, I don't know. I'd rather not reveal my identity here. I'm sure it won't be hard to find. But I guess you got to be careful you never know who's out there. But yeah, it's a play on my name pretty much. But yeah, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Been doing this since opening day. This is my 60th baseball game of the year. And, there's a lot of Pirates. But again, if you're just a fan of baseball, there's other baseball teams there as well that I've covered. And we'll probably be covering another one tonight if I have the energy to do so. I hope I do. It's been a long day already. And, of course, you see the football games already there. I am ready to go. So if you're a football fan, like and subscribe for more football as that's coming up soon. I cannot wait. This is the last month of no football. Technically, July has one game. So, yeah, I'm ready to go. Hopefully you guys are too. As that's going to bring up Ortiz, Haas, and Frelick in the bottom of the fourth whenever we return from commercial. And, of course, there is a poll up. 24 votes, a lot of votes. Again, thank you for stopping by and voting. Brewers, 54% of the vote. Pirates at 46, of course. As Skenes delivers, that's going to be low to ball for ball one as we begin the bottom of the fourth. Again, I don't really think Skenes will be in here much longer. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be low for ball two. So 2-0 count. Skenes delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 2-1. Skenes fires the 2-1, ground ball to short. IKF throws to first, gets him by a step for out number one. Nice throw there, nice pick by Kiner Falefa. That's going to bring up Haas. He's 1 for 1, batting .250, OPS of .732. And there's another pitcher warming up in the Pirates bullpen. This guy gets no run support, never does. It is kind of sad. The Pirates lineup, they hate him. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Definitely not Skenes' best performance, as he had a rough second inning, but that's probably going to be the only bad inning he has. And he's probably going to lose today, as that's going to be low for ball one. even with that disastrous performance, Skenes' ERA is a 2.14. I mean, that's going to go down. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be, oh, wow, just low ball 2 apparently. Looked like it caught the zone, but not according to the umpire. 2-1 count. Skenes delivers. That's going to be in there for strike 2. So 2-2. 2-2 count. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out. 4-0 is your score. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit in the infield. Horowitz is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away here for the Brewers. That's going to bring up Frelick. He's 0 for 1 with the walk, batting .294, OPS of .743 on the year. May have to go back to the Pirates jersey tonight. I'm unsure. We'll see. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 1. Of course, it is possible I just pass out right after this stream. I don't know. 1-0 count. Skenes delivers. That's going to be high for ball 2. So he's letting Skenes, the umpire, letting him know he missed it up there. I don't know. That was interesting there. 2-0 count. Skenes sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Two and 1 count. Skenes fires. That's going to be hit. Popped up. May stay in. No, it's not. Apparently the Pirates do play the Cardinals next week. That'll be for sure at least one of those is going to be on there. So RFK will see the Cardinals next Tuesday, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Monday, Tuesday. 2-2 count. Skenes fires. That's going to be inside, ball 3. Still unsure what I'm doing tonight. Not sure. Skenes 3-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to left center. Pham makes the catch for out number 3. So nothing doing there for the Brewers. But they still lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Scoreboard sponsored time brought to you by Rising Rhino. He's the 5th inning scoreboard sponsor. Thank you, of course, for being a sponsor. The White Sox taking the lead in the bottom of the 4th against the Diamondbacks. That could be a pretty big upset there. Again, the Diamondbacks are injured, and yet they still win, or at least still stay alive. I shouldn't say win, but they've been playing well lately. 6-4 in their last 10. But, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter who plays for the Diamondbacks. They're going to win or lose regardless. And again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. Let's see. No, you can't do Rangers games, but I'll be watching Rangers O's after that. I gotcha. So, apparently, I was looking it up because I had a lot of success. And again, that was a fun game, Rangers-Pirates. So I went and looked at, when's the next Rangers game that, I'll be able to do. And apparently it's this Saturday. So I potentially could be doing Rangers-Mariners this Saturday, as that one's going to be on FS1. So we'll see. We shall see if everything's going well Saturday. I know Saturday's going to be a very busy day. It's actually my mom's birthday. But we shall see. If I'm able to call it, I will call another Rangers game potentially this Saturday in the afternoon. And, of course, again, if you just like sports in general, then definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys. Yes, yeah, it's just a little thing I do, you know. Pick out a viewer, and then I just make them the sponsor for whatever it is, you know. Yes, thank you, Rising Rhino, our scoreboard sponsor there in the 5th inning. As here is Pham. He was taken all the way for strike one. Batting .215, OPS of .562. Mizorowski sets and fires. That's going to be upstairs, ball one. One on one count here. Mizorowski at 60 pitches as we are in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-2 count. Yeah, it's just a little something I actually was looking up some things I could be doing. As here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit foul. And I like that. I like the idea. That was pretty neat. Yes, thank you, Rhino, for your help there. Helps out a lot. 1-2 count. As here's the pitch. Chopper to short. Throws to first, and he is safe as he ran it out there. Good hustle by Tommy Pham. So the Pirates with another leadoff base runner. Can they actually do something this time? As that's going to bring up Jared Triolo. He's 174, batting 174. OPS of .571. Pham hustling down that line. He's old, but he still has some speed. Triolo with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs as well on the year. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs. Did he go? Oh, and he went. Strike one. I'd like to see that side angle there. Greg Brown did not like it. I don't know. I'd like to see it. Oh, no, he went. I would say he went there. 0-1 count. Mizorowski delivers. That's going to be fouled back. I make sure I keep RFK smashing the like button so he has to keep spinning up. Oh, yeah. Got to keep RFK. RFK might be loaded. He might be loaded with cash, or at least that's what he says. He's winning all the bets in the world. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So that'll bring up Henry Davis. He's 0 for 1, batting 181, OPS of .576. Seven strikeouts, by the way, for Mizorowski. As here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and Frelick is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. As that's going to bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's 0 for 1, batting .275, OPS of .670. The Pirates just don't look any good today. Pham, obviously, with that little infield single there, running it out, that was nice to see. Frazier walked in the first. Reynolds, I think, got a hit in the 4th or 3rd. I can't recall, but it's been pretty much nothing doing for the Pirates. As here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball one. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. One home run, 18 RBIs for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 3. .3-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be taken for a called strike. 3-1 count here to Kiner-Falefa. Again, Brewers up 4-0 in the top of the fifth. 2 outs. Mizorowski delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Mizorowski sets and fires. That's going to be poked behind for a foul ball. Kiner Falefa just trying to hang in there. Again, another leadoff base runner for the Pirates, but it's going to appear like there's nothing doing as they just can't seem to get anything going against this young pitcher for the Brewers. Brewers may have a gem here. As here's the 3-2. Oh, and he puts down the bat. He thought it was ball 4, but instead it's strike 3 called. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, your score, Brewers 4, Pirates nothing. I was waiting to see if there was anything going to be shown there, but nothing doing there. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. I already got 2 subscribers today, and thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And yeah, no, again, if you are just a baseball fan, sports fan in general, this is a good channel for you, as I'll be doing plenty of baseball and football in the near future. As you can see, I'll show you here. Again, this is my 60th game of the year, so this is not just my first time doing this. I've been doing this since, well, the beginning of this year. And, of course, college football and NFL are just right around the corner, guys. I can't wait for some football. Hopefully you can't either. And how it's going to work, I'm going to call every Steelers game. You can probably tell what, fan base I'm a part of here. But you guys will vote for that other game in the afternoon. Tennessee, Denver, San Francisco, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, Los Angeles. You guys will be voting for it. So if that sounds good to you, definitely subscribe. So after that Steelers game, I'll head over to whatever game you guys voted for. And it's going to be the same way for college football. For example, week 0. August 23rd, I'll be calling Iowa State, Kansas State. But, again, that's not the last game I'm calling. You guys vote for the second game. Will it be Fresno State and Kansas? Will it be Sam Houston and Western Kentucky, or Stanford and Hawaii? I don't know. You guys will be making the call. So that's going to be 2 games every Saturday and every Sunday that I'll be doing. Guaranteed you guys will vote for one of each Saturday and Sunday. And, of course, Saturday, in theory, if the voice will allow it, I will go from big noon kickoff all the way to Pac-12 at night. If the voice will allow it, I'll do it. I will even prepare the thumbnails just in case. I'm like, yeah, no, I can go another one. Let's go. So hopefully I see you guys there. If you're a football fan, of course, baseball's still here. As we have a pitching change. Oh, man, Paul Skenes couldn't make it to the 5th inning. So Skenes finishes with 78 pitches, as that's going to be fouled back there to Chorio. Burrows is now your pitcher for the Pirates. And he has an ERA of 4.82, OPS, whip of 1.39. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-2 count. Burrows fires. That's going to be hit to right. Frazier on the run and makes the catch for out number 1. One away here for the Brewers. That's going to bring up Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 2 in this one with an RBI, batting .266, OPS of 803. Do I know much about those smaller schools? I do not, but I played, and it's going to sound stupid, I played enough college football 25 to where I can call a game and know enough about them. That's going to be low for ball 1. Again, I just love football. I mean, again, I do call games for this local high school network that I'm a part of. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be low for ball 2. So I don't really know anything about the players prior to me calling it, but I'm still able to make it work. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to do that. So I'm sure it won't be much different on here, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. And I'm already kind of scouting games already, Just seeing what will be beneficial to me, as that's going to be low ball 3. I do have a preference here, by the way, for that week 0. Yes, I do. But again, I've already said you guys will be voting on it. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 2. That's going to bring up Rhys Hoskins. He's 0 for 2, batting .243, OPS of 767. Burrows delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Burrows looks pretty good, but his ERA's in the 4s, so it can't be that fantastic. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit right and yet foul. Again, if you're just joining us, Skenes has been knocked out. It is Burrows in. So far, so good. And I'm hearing that they're talking about maybe a Brewers starter here had pitched really well. He may be out. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be chopped foul. And his name escapes me yet again. It's very unique. It's a unique name. Mizorowski. He may be done as well, as they have a guy warming up in the bullpen. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Chopper to short. Kiner Falefa throws to first for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Brewers, so we head to the top of the 6th, where the Brewers lead 4-0. This inning's scoreboard sponsor, Hammer. Again, thank you for being a sponsor here, Hammer. Thank you very much. As the White Sox are up 4-2 over the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 5th. And, of course, that's the only game. Don't think we'll get – well, we might get to these 2 games, at least towards the end here. Boston, Los Angeles, Washington, and San Diego. So we might have a little bit more scores for you. But, yeah. Again, thank you for being that sponsor there. Appreciate it. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Been doing baseball since opening day. It's a sports channel for you. So, and I even said that in the description, because you know what? It is true. It is true. You guys will be voting on a lot of things I do, especially for football. Occasionally, I'll have a baseball poll up there, but every week, football, you guys will be voting on it. So, again, if you are a fan of sports, then this is the channel for you. And, of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you'd like. You know, it's talk about whatever. I mean, I will literally respond to most. I mean, of course, if it's just, I can't respond to some things, obviously. But talk about whatever you like. You know, I'm a sports guy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks like the Brewers, again, having a new pitcher. So Mizorowski's day is officially done, as the former Pirate, Rob Zastrini, is going to be pitching. He pitched for the Pirates in 2023. This year, looking really good. Again, all you got to do is just leave the Pirates, and you'll probably be pretty good. He's 2-1, 2.19 ERA, whip of a .95. Last year, had a whip of a .65, though he only pitched 7 innings. I mean, that's still pretty good. Zastrini sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike to Adam Frazier. Frazier's 0 for 1 with a walk, batting .252, OPS of 650. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit to center. Churio on the run and makes the catch. He had to cover a lot of ground there for out number 1. So, one away here for the Pirates, and that's going to bring up Ryan Reynolds. He's 1 for 2, batting .235, OPS of 679. Zastrini sets, the former Pirate. delivers. That's going to be hit up the middle, but the second baseman is there. Throws to first for out number 2. That is just devastating. As very quickly, already at 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And that's going to bring up Spencer Horwitz. He's 0 for 1 with the walk, batting .252, OPS of .671. Hammer time, hammer time. Did you watch Sledgehammer? Didn't he say that? I like Sledgehammer. It was a goofy cop there. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Horwitz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, and 2 count here to Horwitz. Again, the Pirates looking just deflated, defeated, everything. As here's the pitch. That's going to be low. It's going to be off the catcher. That looked like it may have been strike 3, but I guess the catcher didn't really catch it. So I guess that's the problem. One and 2. Strizny sets and fires. That's outside, ball 2. 2-2. MC Hammer. Okay, I've heard of the name, and I know this might sound terrible, but honestly, I don't think I've ever listened to any of his music. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we head to the bottom of the 6th, where the Brewers still hold a 4-0 lead. And once again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys. As again, this has been pretty fun to do. I mean, I just remember it was just a few months ago, as I was starting Major League Baseball. I was entering Major League Baseball with about 30 or so subscribers, and here I am at, at 250, 253. Again, thank you guys for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. It really helps me out and this channel out a lot. On the road to 500, and then once I hit that road, then I got to try to find the road to 1,000. At that point, then, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter at that point for me. I don't know. Maybe there is other milestones I have to hit. I'm not too sure. But that is way in the future. Again, I really just appreciate you guys right now. You guys have been fantastic. So thank you very much. And again, if you're just a sports fan, I think this will be a pretty fun channel. As I'll be doing sports, football, a lot of football. I cannot wait for football season. And yeah, it'll be pretty fun. Can't touch this. Oh, okay, I see. Your last name is Hammer, and everyone else calls me MC Hammer. Oh, gotcha. MC Hammer. I think of that show in the 80s, Sledgehammer. Yep, I'm ready for football. Hopefully you guys are too. I know Rhino. Rhino's a big football fan. I know he's ready for it as well. That'll be very fun. I don't think we'll see a pitching change. I'm not seeing anything in the feed. No pitchers coming out. So Burrows should be out there for the bottom of the 6th. Collins is up. He's batting .260, OPS of .767. As he delivers, that's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. All about football. Yes. Now, yeah, football for sure. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside ball 2. Daniel, hey, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 3. Paul Skenes, not his best performance today. I mean, some unfortunate fielding decisions, of course, didn't help, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. But yeah, no, unfortunate stuff for the Pirates. 3-1. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, ball 4, so there it is. Burrows looking fantastic in the 5th, and then in the 6th with the leadoff walk. As that's going to bring up Terang. He's 1 for 2, batting .278, OPS of .721. Roger Springs Steelers championship, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think the odds haven't been higher in a while. Like, this has been the highest since, Ben Roethlisberger. As here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back there. Strike one. Defense, of course, should be all right at best, which is, again, I mean, that goes back to my criticisms of Tomlin. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, the highest paid defense in the league should be no worse than top 5, and yet, for some reason, he's a defensive coach that just can't coach defense. And he can't coach offense. But we get the sacks, though. I guess that's what matters. Here's the 0-2, and that's going to be hit to center field. Cruz at the warning track makes the catch for out number 1. So that's going to have Collins retreat there. That's going to bring up Durbin. Durbin's 1 for 2, batting .238, OPS of .673. But yeah, no, the Steelers, yeah, just it's been a while since I've entered the season with like realistic expectations of them going to, the winning playoff games and being in that conversation. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1. Durbin, again, batting .238, 4 home runs and 29 RBIs. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's inside. As the count moves to 2-0. 2-0 count. Burrows sets, looks over at the runner on first, and fires. That's going to be hit into foul territory. Horowitz unable to make the catch as that one is going to land in the dugout of the Brewers. So 2-1 count. Two and one. Runner on first, bottom of the 6th, 1 out. Brewers up 4-0. Burrows delivers the 2-1. That's going to be hit to short. Oh, what a catch by IKF right at him. Was able to do something with like close to the splits or something to make the catch. That was fantastic. And just like that, 2 outs. That's going to bring up Ortiz. He's 0 for 2, batting .215, OPS of .568. Again, runner on first with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and yet that's going foul. Pretty good crowd out there in Milwaukee. Have some Texas Rangers fans in the background there. A lot of Brewers fans, of course. 0-1. Pickoff attempt, but that one wasn't really competitive. Pirates very likely getting their 50th loss of the year. Very, very disappointing. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to third. Triolo throws to second for out number 3. So nothing doing there for the Brew Crew. So we head to the top of the 7th, where the Brewers still lead 4-0. And again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. I already got 2 subscribers today. So again, thank you very much. That is really awesome. You guys are the best. And again, been doing this since opening day. So, if that's enough baseball for you, enough proof that, hey, I'm not going anywhere, that subscription isn't going to be a waste of money. By the way, it's free regardless. Then hopefully, again, you hit that subscribe button. Of course, you see football is right around the corner. I am ready for it. Hopefully you are too, as I'll be doing plenty of football. And it's not just Steelers football. I do want to tell you that right now. You guys will be voting on the other window. And also, I forgot to mention this earlier, if the Steelers play on like a Thursday or a Monday, that's 2 games you guys will be voting for. So keep that in mind. You guys will be voting on potentially 2 games. Of course, most of the time it'll be just one as the Steelers. Obviously, most every NFL team plays on Sundays. But again, that chance that they play on Monday and Thursday, that's 2 games for you. Same thing with college. You guys will be voting on a college game a week. And, of course, that is potential up to 4 games I could potentially call. I already got ESPN Plus. I got that little deal that they were doing. So, if you guys want to watch some, which I really hope you don't, honestly, but it is what it is. If you guys want to watch some Holy Cross taking on Northern Illinois, put that down in the poll. I guess whatever. But, yeah, you guys will get to choose 1 game every Saturday, and then, of course, 1 game every Sunday. So, hopefully I see you guys there in the future. Just in case this is the last time I see you for baseball season, which, again, I'll be doing this for baseball. I might be coming back tonight, do another game. So, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be doing baseball through the regular season, a little bit of the playoffs as well. As looks like we have a new pitcher for the Brewers. Grant Anderson is going to be pitching for the Brewers. He's coming in today with a 3.29 ERA, 1-2 record, whip of a 1.23. As he faces Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .309 on the year, OPS of 843, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Today, though, Gonzalez, and just like most of the Pirates today, 0 for 2. Am I going to call the All-Star game? Honestly, as that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2 there. Didn't even think about it until you said it. So, yeah, mine as well. Mine as well. I didn't even think about that. That's a great suggestion there, Hammer. Did not even think about that. So, yes, I'm doing it. There you go. Thank you, Hammer. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. Popped it up to the third baseman, and he makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away for the Pirates. That's going to bring up O'Neal Cruz. He's 0 for 2, batting .206, OPS of 720. Anderson sets and fires. That's going to be hit to left center, and that's going to, it went right through his glove. Cruz is jogging to second. Collins looked like a sure out there, and he just flat out missed. It looked like it was actually going to drop, but then, he started speeding up there, maybe over-pursued it just by a tad, went right off his glove. As that's going to bring up Tommy Pham. He's 1 for 2, and that will go down as an error for the Brewers. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Pham again batting .220, OPS of 570. One of the 2 Pirates today with hits. Reynolds and Pham with the 2 hits today. 1-0 count. Anderson fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Anderson fires. Ground ball. Oh, wait, what the heck? That's going to be, I'm sorry. Ignore that. That was outside ball 2. I don't know what I was just doing just now. I was repeating what Greg Brown said, even though I'm watching it. I have him too loud. 2-1 count. I got confused. My bad. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. You guys, if you want to tune me out, that's perfectly fine. That's fair. That was a terrible decision or terrible call. They're talking about a ground ball McCutchen was doing last night, a routine grounder, and they're admiring his hustle, which he, again, everyone should. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to third. That's going to get past the third baseman. Cruz is heading home, and he's actually going to score. Pham's heading to second, and he's in safe. And just like that, the Pirates are on the board. I'm going to turn up Greg Brown there now. Hopefully he doesn't confuse me. As it's 4-1. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. We got some National League Baseball. Hopefully that sounds appealing to you, Sean. I know you're very anti-American League. And right now, the Pirates, well, they just scored. So now it's 4-1. Triolo's going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 2, batting 172, OPS of 566. But it looks like we have a mound visit. Pham is dancing, goofing off with the umpire. Apparently the umpire's like, okay, what are you doing? Our mound visit is nearing its conclusion. Again, Triolo at the plate, runner on second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball one. Brewers used to be AL. Well, I guess you're going to hold that against them. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. He tried to hold up there, but nothing doing there. 1-1 count. Runner on second, 1 out. Pirates scoring 1 in this inning. Possibly can score another. Again, they have a runner on second with just 1 out. Here's the pitch to Triolo. That's going to be a tapper, as that's a foul ball. This is the bottom part of the lineup, though, for the Pirates, as Davis will be the person on deck. One and two. Anderson sets. And fires. That's upstairs, ball 2. Two and two count to Triolo. Anderson sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He tried to hold up, but couldn't, as he strikes out there and a ball high and in. And that's going to bring up Henry Davis. He's 0 for 2, batting 179, OPS of 571. Again, runner on second with 2 outs. In the top of the 7th, the Pirates scoring 1. Tommy Pham with a 2-hit day, scoring Cruz. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball foul. 0-1. Anderson sets and fires. Davis hits this foul. Looked like he had a lot of contact there, a lot of power, but unable to keep it straight. 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Runner on second, 2 outs. Anderson sets and fires. That's a low for a ball. Ball 1. Not much has happened since the second inning. Of course, again, the Pirates did score here, but it's been a lot of zeros, as you can see on the scoreboard. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. But the Pirates do score 1, as it's now 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Again, if you like what you see, folks, or hear, of course, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. I do thank you. I already got 2 subscribers today. Of course, it doesn't have to stop there, but again, only subscribe if you think I'm doing an okay job, or if you have the kindness in your heart, I guess. I don't know. But again, I've been doing this since opening day. It is a lot of Pirates games, but I do bounce around, I promise. Tonight I'll be doing another one if I have the energy to do so. I've already driven 6 hours today, and I'm exhausted. Didn't get much sleep last night because the Boston-Los Angeles game ran a little bit late. That went to extras. Then I had to wake up early. Anyway, you guys don't care. But yeah, if you like sports, definitely hit the subscribe button for much more in the future. Of course, like I said, I want to do my best to call a game tonight. If I can't, well, I mean, I'm definitely coming back tomorrow regardless. And, of course, I have a lot to pick from for tomorrow, doing an early one for sure. And then we'll see if I do that Braves-Mets in the evening. Unsure on that one. But we'll see. Again, if you do like sports, if you like baseball, football, this is a good channel for you. Again, this is my 60th game of the year. 60 videos. And I say I got another subscriber. Again, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea how much that helps me out. I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. You are awesome. Haas is going to be at the plate, batting .245, OPS of .717 for the Brewers. Again, the Brewers up 4-1 in the bottom of the 7th. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball one. Burrows out there for a third inning. And Skenes, the story kind of was knocked around a little bit early. Here's the pitch. Working fast here. That's going to be a called strike, 1-1. 2 home runs and 8 RBIs for Haas. As Haas asks for time. Again, Burrows was kind of working really fast there, so he's kind of just like, hey, you better chill out. 1-1 count. Burrows delivers. Chopper just foul. I'll turn up Brown here, Greg Brown. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. As that's going to bring up Frelick. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, batting .293, OPS of .741. And it looks like Burrows is actually going to be done. They're playing the matchups here, so Burrows is going to exit. Didn't do too bad. Pitched about, 2 1/3 innings there. Yeah, nobody scored. As this is Ferguson. Ferguson is going to be entering the game, so we got a little bit of a pitching change. There, of course, are your scores. Scoreboard sponsor this inning is Sean Cummings. Again, Sean, thank you very much for being the scoreboard sponsor here in the 7th. As you can see, the White Sox are up 5-2 over the Diamondbacks in the top of the 7th. That is interesting. But again, baseball on any given day, anything can happen. I mean, the Pirates, again, they beat the Brewers on the first game of the series. That doesn't mean anything because clearly the Brewers are probably going to win today. The better team usually prevails. Not always, but it does happen. But yes, no, again, if you do like sports, if this is your cup of tea, you just like play-by-play, then definitely hit that like and subscribe button. More so the subscribe button, to be honest with you. Like button, pretty good too. That's a good button to press. But subscribe button's pretty good too. The Brewers with 4 hits today. Of course, again, 4 runs for the Brewers, and the Pirates with only 3. So not really much hitting today. And, the story, Skenes got hit around early, but Mizorowski, if you're a Brewers fan listening here, you have to like what you've been listening to. He has been fantastic in his first 3 starts now. His ERA for the season, 1.13. Whip of a .63. He's only pitched 16 innings, but again, that is pretty good. So he might be a star in the near future. Who knows? As here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 1. 1-0 count here to Frelick is Ferguson. Caleb Ferguson, the new pitcher for the Pirates. Ferguson delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Ferguson 2-0 on the season, 2.97 ERA, a whip of a 1.05. Last 7 games he's pitched, he's been very good. Actually, the last 15 games, he's been even better. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside ball 2. ERA of a .59 in his last 15 games. He has definitely turned it around. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to center. And look at my big mouth go as Ferguson allows the first runner to get on here via a single. So Frelick gets on, and that's going to bring up Churio. He's 0 for 2, batting .254, OPS of .726. Ferguson sets here as he faces Churio. Ferguson delivers. That's going to be hit to right. Frazier on the warning track makes the catch for out number 2. He's going to toss it into second. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 3, batting .265, OPS of 800. Of course, again, thank you for taking part of my poll. 29 votes in. Brewers at 59% of you guys think the Brewers are going to win. And it's looking like you are going to be correct. 41% think the Pirates were going to win. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1 as they show a David Bednar kind of getting loose over there. He's not throwing. Doing kind of like a Trevor Bauer type of, I don't know, the stretchy thingy and whatnot, one of those type of exercises. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Ferguson sets and fires. That's going to be chopped foul. 1-2 is the count. Runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Brewers up 4-1. Ferguson sets. Looks over at first and fires. Chopper up the middle. IKF throws to first for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Brewers. As we head to the top of the 8th. Your score, Brewers 4, Pirates 1. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Been doing this since opening day. As you can see, again, 60 games. This is my 60th game of the year. Looking forward to many more, as it's been pretty fun to do this. Again, I remember not too long ago, I was at 30 subscribers entering this opening day, and the baseball community has been fantastic. You can see I am a Steelers fan. Of course, I do normally wear my Pirates jersey, but I felt like changing it up a little bit today. And, it didn't really matter for the Pirates. They're still the same old Pirates, but it is what it is. And again, as you can see, it is a lot of Pirates games, but I do bounce around. And how it works, again, if you're a Brewers fan watching, all you got to do is just kind of be active, consistent in the streams. Just let me know, talk to me, just interact. And I'll get you guys in a lot more. NL West fans have kind of taken over the channel, to be honest with you. Yeah, I do have a lot of Pirates fans, but the NL West has their supporters, and we're talking a lot. And the Padres have 9 games, Dodgers 7, Giants 8, Diamondbacks 8. So no, I mean that's pretty much how it works. If you just interact, I talk to you. And we'll try to get you guys in. And, of course, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'll be doing plenty of football, college, and NFL. I'm ready to go. And you guys will be voting on games that I will call. It's not just Steelers. It's not just a Steelers channel. It is a channel for everybody. All the NFL fans, all the college football fans. You guys tell me what to call, and I'll call it. I'll call every Steelers game. You guys will call another. You guys will make the call on another game, and I'll call that one. So you guys will vote for that, of course. That'll be in September. And, of course, that'll be, in August whenever college football is here. We got another pitching change as Isaiah Kiner-Falefa has come to the plate. He's 0 for 2, batting .274, OPS of .668. This is Uribe, Abner Uribe, 1.93 ERA, whip of a 1.13, as that's going to be, I can't tell. I didn't see the umpire. I guess it was outside ball one. Yeah, no, he didn't make it a single. No single signal. I can't speak. 1-0 count. Uribe delivers. That's going to be hit to third. Oh, what a play by the third baseman. Throws to first. Gets him by a step. You got to appreciate Kiner-Falefa running it out. But that was a fantastic play by Durbin, as that may have been a double if it gets past him. Yeah, that was a good play. Looked a little like Brian Hayes there, who was given the day off. That's going to bring up Adam Frazier. He's 0 for 2 with the walk, batting .251, OPS of .647. Uribe sets and fires. That's outside for ball one. Welcome back, RFK. Thank you very much, of course, for choosing me as your entertainment for however long. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Did check his swing, and that one, he did not go. Ball two. Two-0 count here. Uribe sets and fires. That's going to be low, ball three. Falling behind Frazier here. Three-0 count to Frazier. Uribe sets and fires. Upstairs, ball four. So Frazier walks for the second time today, as that's going to bring up Brian Reynolds. He's 1 for 3, batting .234, OPS of .677. Dennis Santana, he's going to be warming up in the Pirates bullpen. That's a pretty cool first name. Finished packing. Okay, yeah, you're ready to go. That's good to be ahead of the, 24 hours you're ready. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball. I guess 23. I'm looking at my central time zone. 1-0 count here to Reynolds. Runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Uribe sets. And fires. That's going to be fouled back. It's not over, guys, despite, how I talk about my Pirates. They could still do this. This is the part of the order where they need to start stringing together some hits. Of course, if you're a Brewers fan, you're probably very confident. You're probably like, well, what are you talking about, Dr. Delay? As here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside ball 2. Yeah, I know the Pirates aren't the greatest offensive team. They're definitely offensive. But they can. They have the talent to do it. It's just, will they? 2-1. Got a pickoff attempt, but that one's more for show, as he is back easily. RFK misses Jim Irsay. It's over for the Pirates. Well, you're probably right. You're probably right. 2-1. Uribe sets. Checks over at Frazier. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. And I did say earlier, the Pirates play the Cardinals early next week. So you can expect a Cardinals-Pirates stream for sure. Two and 2 count here. Reynolds he's asking for time. Frazier on at first. As here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 3, as that one was in the dirt. The Pirates did have Did have runners on first and second earlier with nobody out, but couldn't push across anybody. This was, I believe, in the third. Oh, pickoff attempt. Oh, he may have gotten him, but Hoskins couldn't make the grab. You're getting swept, really. I mean, if the Brewers didn't sweep us, I mean, come on. I mean, I understand baseball, yeah, it's so random. You never know. 3-2. Uribe sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Reynolds goes down swinging. Uribe shaking his arm there. That's not good, as that's going to bring him Horwitz. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, batting .250, OPS of .685. Let me actually see who's the home team. I'm imagining we're the home team since we're away right now. Yeah, no, we're the home team. I don't think we get swept. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Horwitz again batting .250, 1 home run, and 9 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be low for ball 2. Uribe's kind of missed these locations, but so far hasn't really had to pay for anything. 2-0 count. Uribe sets and fires. That's low for ball 3. Again, I did mention Uribe was, kind of shaking his arm after the last, the strikeout there. Gonzalez is on deck, and of course he's been hitting pretty well, though today he is 0 for 3. Uribe fires. That's going to be inside for strike 1. 3-1 count here to Spencer Horwitz. Runner on first. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on a ball in the dirt. And Uribe gets what he was looking for there. (3-2). Runner on first. Uribe sets. Checks on it first and delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down. Frazier. I don't know where Frazier is. All I know is Horwitz is at second, and Frazier scores, as it's now a 4-2 game. The Pirates aren't going away so easily. Of course, they scored in the 7th, and here they are scoring in the 8th. Kind of scooped that one down the right field line. Wasn't really hit hard. Just lands right inside that right field line, as that's going to bring up again Nick Gonzalez. And we do have a mound visit. I wonder if this will be it for Uribe. Can tell you that Gonzalez is 0 for 3 today, batting .305, OPS of .833. Let me know when Yelich gets another hit. Is he even... Let's see. I don't think Yelich might not get another plate appearance here. I don't think he will. I think he literally just... Yeah, I don't think Yelich will get another hit. Sorry. Hit him up. I don't think it'll happen. But, of course, I will let you know if it does, because you asked. All right, here is Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 1. Yeah, I think Yelich was the last out of the 7th. And as of now, of course, the Brewers leading would not bat in the 9th, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. The Pirate. Yeah, you're funny. That's actually good. I like that, RFK. If Trisk were in here, he would love that. He is, of course, a math teacher. 1-1 count. And that's going to be a little step off there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Sean, of course, cheering for the Pirates here. His team is the Giants, so, of course, NL wildcard positioning. That's going to be hit just foul. So 1-2. Again, Gonzalez has been swinging the ball really well since he's returned from his injury. But today, 0 for 3, of course. Again, baseball is such a random sport. Any given day, you could just be popping off. And then the other day, you go 0 for 4. Uribe sets on the 1-2. He delivers. That's going to be fouled back. 100 miles per hour there. He was going for it there. Showing the home run by Gonzalez last night's game. 1-2 count. Uribe sets and fires. Checked his swing. Didn't go. Ball 2. 2-2 count again. Runner on second with 2 outs. Brewers up 4-2 in the top of the 8th. Uribe sets and fires. Ooh, that one. Oh, man, that's going to be ball 3. Man, what a break there. It did catch a little bit of the zone. 3-2 count. Uribe sets and fires. That's going to be hit to left center. Chourio makes the catch for out number 3. But the Pirates do score 1 as they inch a little bit closer. But it's still 4-2, Brewers on top as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And, of course, again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. I got 3 subscribers today. That is very awesome. You guys have been fantastic to me. I really do appreciate you. I really do. Again, it wasn't too long ago where I was at 30 subscribers, like when I just started baseball season. So, again, I'm very thankful. Of course, I am a Pirates. I'm a Steelers fan, but, Pirates, Steelers aren't going to be the only thing I do on this channel. I want to emphasize that. And here's my proof. Of baseball season, been bouncing around the league and how it works. Again, I know you guys, if you're a Brewers fan, you're like, well, how do I get more involved? Well, you just got to be more involved in the stream. You just got to chat with me, interact. Don't tell me now, hey, call more Brewers games. Like, okay, well, anyone can do that. You just got to show up, be consistent, and then we'll get you in. That's pretty much how it's been. NL West, Sean here's a big Giants fan, and his team has been featured 8 times on this channel. So that's pretty much how it works. And, of course, he had a request for me to stop doing them because the Giants were losing whenever I'd cover them. So there's that. Are you going to call another game tonight live? Well, I'd like to. It really depends on. Right now I'm sleepy. And again, I've been up since like 5 o'clock, and I was driving pretty much the whole day. I will try. I just know I'm going to take a nap, and then after that, we'll see how I feel. There are some options tonight. I'm leaning towards Dodgers-Rockies. So, again, if you're a baseball fan, I do a bunch of games. And, of course, football season is just right around the corner, so definitely hit that like and subscribe button for that as well. And you guys will be voting on games that I will call an RFK again. You do that crap again, I'll have another long conversation with you about what you pulled the other day. You guys will be voting, though, on games that I call, so hopefully that sounds appealing and you hit that subscribe button. Your sub number 152. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's going to be in there for a call. So, again, that was only about a month or so ago. I've been really lucky. The last 2 months, or last month and a half, I have been very, you guys have been very good to me. Hoskins is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count to Hoskins. New pitcher, of course, Dennis Santana is in. 1.62 ERA, .78 whip. Here's the 1-1. Hoskins hits that right and foul. Hoskins, again, batting .242, OPS of .765. I'm consistent, but no NASCAR. Correct. No NASCAR. This is a no NASCAR channel. 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Way upstairs. Almost hit the umpire. Ball 2. Yankee, Cub, Boston. Yeah, no, that... I don't know what he was saying, but I still liked it, and I appreciate his support. And he commented again earlier. So here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to left. That's going to be foul ball. So again, he subscribes. I mean, I'm assuming so if he's commented twice. So I appreciate the support, even if I don't understand what you're telling me. 2 and 2. Santana sets and fires. That's going to be hit foul. WNBA, I just don't think I would. And if I did, it would probably be like a... that's the thing. If I did like a Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing, everyone else is going to be streaming that, you know? So I don't know if I would do well. I just, like, when it comes to basketball, I really loved college basketball. Like, that was so much fun. And I intend on doing that again. NBA, I just can't do it. WNBA, I mean... I'd probably be canceled by the end of the stream, so I probably couldn't call a game if I was just being honest on what I saw. You know, with the not as great play. That's going to be ground ball up the middle, throws to first for out number 1. So Hoskins is out. That's going to bring up Collins. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Yeah, I mean, if I was being like completely unfiltered with the WNBA, you know, because obviously it's not as good, not even close as like the NBA or college basketball. Which, I mean, I did do one women's college game, but again, I feel like that's different than the WNBA, so I don't know. I'd have to really marinate on that live well, I really would. As that's going to be hit to center. Cruz makes the catch for out number 2. So very quickly, 2 outs here, and that's going to bring up Terang. He's 1 for 3, batting .277, OPS of .718. You'll be watching AEW Dynamite after wrestling's over. Watch Reds and Yankees. You get more wrestling. No, I don't know. How could I call a wrestling match when you can't see it? I don't know how that would work. You only follow the Mystics. I gotcha. RFK? Yeah, I guess he does stream technically. As that's going to be in there for a called strike. I don't know. I'll figure out something live well. I'm not too sure. But I can guarantee college basketball. That was really fun. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. I mean, my most viewed stream is still a college basketball stream. And, yeah, that was a fun night. That was a great game. Arkansas and Texas Tech. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. No, we can't do that. 1-2 count. Santana sets and fires. That's going to be hit foul. WNBA is entertaining. They have their own beat. Yeah, and that's why Clarkson threw player down. Yeah. No, yeah, I've been keeping up a little bit with it. You know, I hear about it. As here's the 1-2. Ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit. Gonzalez just couldn't get there in time. So Terang with a 2-out single. And that's going to bring up Durbin. And like I said earlier, you know, Hoskin led off this inning, so I don't think Yelich will come back. Unless, of course, the Pirates are able to tie it. I just don't see Yelich. So, again, I do apologize. I think that was hit, right? Hit him up, yeah. I don't think that'll be happening. Santana sets here. And we got Davis. He's actually going to ask for time. He's going to walk out there. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to promise anything live. Well, I really don't, because I don't know. When it comes to basketball, I really only enjoy college at this point, you know. Again, like I can show you This was the 1K. You guys, if you're watching, 1,000 views. That was fun. Santana delivers. That's going to be inside for strike one. And Santana got a favorable call there. 0-1 count. Santana sets. And fires. That's going to be inside strike two. Getting all the calls here is Santana. College is more exciting. Yes. No, I just... Yeah. I mean, that was fun. You know, March Madness, and even in the individual tournaments that I did a little bit of the ACC tournament and the SEC tournament. And here's the 0-2. That's going to be low for ball one. I did a little bit of like this college basketball invitational, which was like, you know, for like the... It's below the NIT, I guess, from what I understood. You know, there's the NCAA, then there's the NIT, then there's this. I was doing that. Even that was fun. 1-2 count. Santana delivers. Chopper to the pitcher, Santana. He throws to first for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Brewers in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th where the Pirates need 2 to keep it going. They are down 4-2 to the Brewers. Play-by-play with JJ. Hey, how's it going? I was told I needed to talk to you about something. I did stop by that other, who was it? Pure Adrenaline. You know. Yeah, there you are. I do want to promise I did subscribe to you. You know, that way, like, where am I at? Like, I got you. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Been doing this since opening day. And, 60 games later, this is the 60th game of the year. Don't plan on stopping, of course, anytime soon. Plan on keeping on going. Of course, football's right around the corner. I am ready for football. But, for now, it's baseball. And, again, it is mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around the league. So, again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps out a lot. And, again, for football, I will not be just doing, not only Steelers. I'll be doing another game which will be voted on by you guys, the subscribers. And, of course, I'll put up that poll earlier that week. You know, September 7th is Sunday. So, September 1st, I'll go ahead and put it up. Or even August 31st. I don't know. You guys will be voting on that other window that I'll be doing. So, you guys will have a lot to say on this channel. Same with college. I'll be doing Iowa State, Kansas State. But I need your help. You guys will be voting on later that evening what game I'll be doing. Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Sanford, Hawaii. I don't know what I'm calling. You guys hold the cards. So if that sounds appealing, hit that like and subscribe button. You should do the Maui Invitational. Yeah, we'll see. How about women's wrestling? No. No, I'm not going to be doing anything like that. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I'll try, man. JJ, again, thank you very much for stopping by. I don't really know too much about, your group. I mean, I do know Rising Rhino. I've been sub to him for a few months now. But he kind of just, introduced me to you guys. But I don't really know too much about you guys. But again, thank you very much for your support. And of course, guys, check out Play-by-Play with JJ. He does, play-by-play. So. And I clicked on, you worked with NFL Films, if I recall. That is so cool. I am very jealous. That is awesome. Just to work for NFL Films. I mean, I've watched so much stuff with the NFL in my life. I love the NFL. Maybe not as much anymore, but I used to, in the 2000s when I was growing up, 2010s era, that was really fun. But I still love the NFL regardless, and college football. As O'Neal Cruz is going to be leading off here in the top of the 9th. He is 0 for 3, batting .205, OPS of 717. Sean, I just don't see that happening. It was I bet it was a cool experience, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that is so cool. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. The Brewers sending out Trevor McGill to close things down in the 9th. He's 1-2 on the season, 2.7 ERA. He has 17 saves, a whip of a 1.31. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 as Cruz chases one in the dirt. Doing minor league baseball. Oh, I bet that was fun. Oh, I bet. Oh, man, that's so cool. G League basketball. Well, I was just talking about how basketball's like, here's the 0-2. That's going to be low for ball one. I mean, college basketball, I love doing that. That was pretty fun. But, of course, again, I'm assuming you're talking about actually in person. That is so cool. 1-2 count here. McGill fires. Little tapper there to second. Cruz is running it out. Almost gets there, but is unable to do so, as that's going to be out number one. Call the Canelo and Crawford fight. Yeah, I don't think I'll be any good at calling any MMA or boxing or anything like that. Yeah, I figured in person. Yeah, that's neat, man. That's so cool. That's going to bring up Tommy Pham. He's 2 for 3, batting .224, OPS of .578. McGill sets and fires. That's going to be upstairs, strike one. Pham doesn't like the call. 100 miles per hour. College basketball. I just feel like that's just so much more exciting. Especially the March Madness tournament. Pham's going to ask for time here. An 0-1 count here to Pham. One out already here in the top of the ninth. Nobody on. Radio play-by-play. Yeah, wrestling. I don't know how that would even work. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. So very quickly, 0-2. Your cousin was good at MMA. His wife made him quit. Well, that doesn't sound like it was any fun there. I'd probably be pretty upset if I was actually really good. Wife made me quit. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Maybe they needed money. I don't know. So 2 down here for the Pirates. And it looks like Jared Triolo is going to be the Pirates' last chance to keep it going, as he's 0 for 3, batting .171, OPS of .563. He was a pro. Well, then I don't know. Maybe she was looking out for a safety, but again, I feel like at that point it should be his call. Anyway, it is what it is. Here is the pitch. That's going to be taken for strike one. Three home runs and 9 RBIs to go along with that 171 average. McGill sets and fires. That's going to be inside. Ball one, of course, Brewers fans booing. And as I've mentioned before, just because the pitcher throws it and the catcher catches it doesn't make it a strike. And yet, well, the hometown fans always feel that is the case, especially late in the game. 1-1 count. McGill delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and Frelick makes the catch for out number 3, and the Brewers will win the series with a 4-2 victory over the Pirates. The Pirates will fall to 32-50. The Brewers move to 45-36, so they're looking again pretty good as they reach the halfway point of the season. Brewers are now 2-2 when I call their games. Pirates fall to 11-16. That is just unfortunate. Again, if you like what you see, guys, definitely hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys checking me out. When is Bubba? I don't know. I don't know when he is. I mean, to be honest, like the Pirates need so much more help. Pitching is really like, we're fine with pitching, really. It's really the hitting. We need hitters. Like, even if he came up, it would not matter because the other starters aren't doing too bad at all. A degree for Murray. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is what it is. Pirates lose. Oh, I'm not really devastated, JJ. Sky is blue, grass is green. Like, nothing. Like, we lost again. Oh, no. Oh, man, dang it. We're even further out of the playoff race now. Like, that's kind of my attitude with the Pirates. Again, you spend nothing, you win nothing. Worst owner in sports. So that's where we're at. As again, we're 32-50, 50 losses already. That is just pathetic, man. It is what it is. Of course, again, congratulations to the Brewers fans and the Brew crew. I'm assuming you're also Packers fans. Again, if you like sports, if you're a baseball, NFL guy, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I don't know. I guess that might do it for me. I'm not too sure. If you guys want to just chat a little bit, that's fine. If not, I'm probably going to go to sleep because, again, I've been driving. I drove 6 hours today. I'm tired. Jesus is Lord and King. Yes, sir. Thank you again, Sean, for stopping by. Most likely, if I'm able to recover, because I am sleep deprived, I will call another game tonight. And I'm looking at that Dodgers-Rockies game. I have yet to cover a Colorado-Rockies game. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So, yeah, I had to drive. So I live in Texas. I had to drive to Houston. My dad was, he needed my help, and then I had to, pick him up. So, yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I woke up at 5 a.m., drove to Houston, and then back immediately. You love the Packers, your team. Yeah, I know. We are using their quarterback. Yeah, JJ, I'm not saying I've reached the level you have, but I actually do call high school games for this little local network as well. So I do have some experience, and I will be doing that again, of course, this upcoming year. So Fridays, I guess I've told people in the past streams that Friday college I won't be able to do Friday night college football games. But whenever my team, the high school team I cover, is eliminated, which probably will be, if they make the playoffs, they'll be one and done. Then I'll be able to return to Friday night streaming. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Again, I prefer football. I don't know if I'm assuming since you work for NFL Films that you'd like football, but or prefer it. But then again, you've called games for baseball and basketball, so I wouldn't know. But football is really where my passion is. I feel like my calls whenever I've done the UFL, I did that very little bit. I feel like I was able to. That is such an unfortunate number, but I was able to get some viewers in there, and I was pretty happy about it. So cool. Yeah, well, it's on it's a little website called SCTX Sports, and I can probably show you guys a little bit later, but of course they're not playing now. It'll be about 2 months from now. First game I believe is on that 29th. I think it's the same thing as the first week of college. Yeah, that'll be our first game. You're very welcome, Sean. You're very welcome, Sean. Again, thank you, Sean, for always stopping by. You're the best. RFK, of course. Draven, he was here earlier. Again, the OG crew. I'll always definitely, just appreciate you guys. You guys have been fantastic. Baseball's your number one. I got you. I got baseball. I like baseball. Obviously, I'm a Pirates fan. It's just sometimes, man, some games can just be a pain to watch, and it feels like it's a chore sometimes. Like last night's, unfortunately, and I don't want to offend if there's any Red Sox Angels fans here, I'm sorry, but last night's game was just not good. It's like the Pirates were taking on the Marlins last night. It just wasn't a good game. But I powered through because I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I fought through. But yeah, it is what it is. College football coming. Yeah, I'm ready for it, Chris, man. I really am. You're getting into hockey. You did Villanova Club Ice. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Villanova. So you're from you're up from that area in Pennsylvania? I'm actually originally from Pennsylvania, which I was forcibly moved here at the age of 8 to Texas. Born in Reading, if you are familiar with Pennsylvania, you'll know where that is. Not too far, actually, from Philadelphia. And I actually am taking a little vacation up towards Pennsylvania in the near future at the end of July. So I'm going to be a little bit dead on this channel. I'm still debating. I might actually have a friend of mine, well, friend as in someone I know very well, call some games while I'm gone. Give him the keys to my house. I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't break anything. Your sports list: basketball. Basketball's 1. Interesting. Football 2. Baseball 3. Hockey 4. Rugby 5. Interesting. You're from South Jersey. Okay, I got you. Football is 30. Yeah, no, again, I'm ready for football. The Reds are 4 games. Reds are doing pretty good, man. But yeah, no, that's cool. South Jersey. Yeah, I'll be going up to Pennsylvania at the end of next month or the middle of next month. I'll be gone for about 10 days. So my channel will be a little bit dead. I'm hoping, if everything looks good, again, I do thank everyone for subscribing today. and supporting the channel. If everything goes well, I can get to 300. I got some more apparently. Again, thank you guys. I'm sure they already left, but I do appreciate you. 256, that is fantastic. If I can get to 300 by the time I leave, I'll be like very happy. I'll be ahead of that pace that I was, I think I was supposed to hit 250 by July, the end of July. I mean, that would be fantastic. Of course, the goal is to get to 1,000 so I can actually get for real monetized. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Oh well. Can I stream for you on your channel? No, you cannot, RFK. I got you, JJ. It's right now. It's looking pretty packed, but we'll see what can happen, man. It'd be cool, of course, to interact with you. You never know. You never know. If you're coming back on tonight. Okay. Well, hey, thank you. Definitely will probably be more awake then towards that start time of Dodgers Rockies. So I guess I should make a thumbnail. That'll help me out a lot. Again, thank you very much. I don't know. Is there any way I can help you guys out? I mean, I don't really know. You guys have thousands of subscribers. I don't really know what my role in this would be, to help you guys out. So I'll look at your channel here again. I do thank you. Well, thank you very much. That'd be why people love your show. Oh, I bet they do, RFK. You bum. You are such a bum, RFK, bro. Yeah, no, again, just let me know if there's any way I can help. I don't know how, but I'm still really new at this thing, and hopefully it works out, It would just be, I guess, extra money. If I were to make any money from it, it would be cool. But honestly, I'm already exceeding what I thought I would do. I really didn't think you just love people to succeed. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm all for that. If I were to ever be in a position where I can, help others, that's kind of been my thing forever, just with the jobs I've worked at in real life. And once I get to a position where I can help others, that's what I'd want. If I were to ever pop off, I'd love to help. Others just come up too. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game. We all help each other out, and it's good. That's how I feel like, the world should be, really. You're the new ESPN, are you? RFKSN? I don't think so. Bud. But yeah, no, again, thank you very much, JJ. You've been fantastic. And I'm just really now finding out about you guys, but you guys seem to be really positive, really chill. Of course, again, Rhino's the one that... I just happened to stop by one of his streams when I was at work, and he's covering like Europe football. I'm like, I've never even heard of that. I mean, I heard of NFL Europe, of course, but I didn't know they were, doing anything else, and I told him I was doing a little bit of this, just, on the side and stuff like that. Then he happens to stop by, and he's like, yeah, no, I know some people. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I feel bad, but because I don't know how I can do anything to return any favors, but there are so many opportunities on here, man. Reach out. Yeah, I got you, man, for sure. Again, thank you so much. But yeah, I should be back on tonight, unless anything crazy happens in my personal life, which I doubt it. I am aiming, if I am going to do a game, it will be Dodgers and Rockies. Wow, the White Sox just beat the Diamondbacks. That is tough. But all right, that's going to do it for me. Again, if you've been here just watching us chat the whole time, well, hey, thanks for of course staying with us. Brewers do win the series, unfortunately for us Pirates fans. Of course, congratulations to the Brewers. Pirates aren't in any position here to talk any trash, so it wouldn't matter if we did win the series. But I'll be back on tonight. I know he does more watch party style, and he does great. There aren't many old school. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I guess my thing is, I have this little voice here. It's kind of, it's not my real voice. It's just kind of an imitation of what I've heard on TV. So, yeah, I felt like I could bring that a little bit to this and see how it would happen. But, yeah, you guys all have a good night. You guys take care, and I will see you then. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Adios, Rhino. Thank you again very much. You guys have a great night, or a great